get out of the country.
Where would
I'd
you go?
leave anywhere. I'd go anywhere.
My old PS3, my old Xbox, all the old games, my old PlayStation 2, everything.
Yeah, let us know if you've kissed anyone at the Travis Scott Fortnite concert. Bigger than the Pope.
Huge.
I cried. I'm like not even gonna, I'm gonna be candid. I cried.
Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of the Everything's Fine podcast with Mitchell and Isaac. We hope that you enjoyed last week's episode. Just please make sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
Yeah, that's because everything's fine. Everything's fine, baby. If you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow the account. Not too sure if we'll put this on Apple Music or wherever else, but you know, if you're on another app, just make sure to share it around, get the buzz out. Isaac, how's your week been, brother?
Well, funny enough, I've actually had a really bad week.
Oh, that's always a good start to the app.
Not a good way to start the episode, but
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit of a rundown of what's happened in my week so far. So obviously we're still in the thick of isolation.
Right.
So with my family and I, we've been helping out my grandmother.
Yeah, fair.
Went to her house a couple of days ago, give her a hand with shopping.
Yeah.
She sends me down to the shops where there's a Harris scarf down there as well. Get down.
Classic.
The Harris scarf's closed.
Oh dear.
So I had to turn around,
Nightmare.
go into the city, go to a Harris scarf in there, get all the stuff that she needed. So that was just one of my things. Go to the shops the other day, go to walk in to buy something, go to transfer money on my phone, had $0 in my account, my phone dies, so I can't buy all my groceries.
Why are you on $0?
Because the account that I use on my card, I always put $0 in it because I'm really suspect and weird about that stuff because of the tap and go.
Really?
So I always put $0 in and then I transfer over when I need to. So, go to the shops, phone dies, so I had to put all my groceries back, which was a lot of fun.
Jeez.
Go to Domino's.
Yeah.
Didn't want to cook. Go to Domino's and get my pizza, come home. They haven't put the sauce on it.
Not the sauce.
I know, and the sauce is integral to the pizza.
I would say the sauce is the pizza. It's what makes the pizza.
I know.
Do you just do like pizza sauce or just anything else?
Well, just the pizza sauce that's there. I don't really muck around with the pizza itself.
Mayo for me.
Mayo does kill on a pizza.
Mayo bangs
kills
on a pizza, man.
And then yesterday we sat down to do this podcast, and 3 hours later, and we got nothing done.
Oh my god, bro! Like, I don't even want to. Just being in the same area as the podcast.
I know,
makes me
bit
pissed.
of a downer. It's all right though, because hey, we're up and running. You can hear us now. And then last thing to top off my bit of a bad week is sitting at home, just watching some telly.
Classic.
And I hear this like little bang. And I go to mum and the girlfriend, what was that? And they go, I don't know. I knew exactly what it was. Run out into the garage. And what we have in our garage is we have storage.
Yeah.
So we put up these shelves quite high and we've got all this stuff on the shelf or whatever. One of the shelves had fallen down, the top shelf, and everything that was on the shelf had just hit the ground. My old PS3, my old Xbox, all the old games, my old PlayStation 2, everything. All on the ground.
No, the relics.
I know. Collector's
Jeez.
edition.
Collector's edition PlayStation.
I know.
Damn.
I was absolutely devastated with that one. But Mitch, how's your week been? Hopefully a bit better than mine.
I mean, my PS3's intact, so
already off to a
so I'm
better
having
start.
a great week. Big thing this week really for me was there's two things actually. There was the Last Dance documentary.
Yeah.
Dropped on Netflix. That was pretty sick.
So good. Can't wait to give it a watch.
Yeah, definitely give it a watch. You know, just like the insight of like just the 90s in general. Like not just that, but like how the Bulls worked and like Scottie Pippen, so underpaid, man. That's crazy.
I heard a stat. He was 122nd in the league.
122nd highest paid is what they reveal, which is crazy because he's like, he's
one of the best
Hall
players
of
in the league.
Famer, legend, like led the team in so many stats, but yeah, like paid like nothing. Well, like 18 million is nothing. But yeah. And then second thing was actually today I started watching I downloaded Fortnite for the first time.
The game,
The game Fortnite, yes. I was never really
not the TV show.
not the TV show. No, no, no. Um,
Yeah.
I was never really like into Fortnite. I never played Fortnite, but yeah, this Travis Scott concert. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I have seen it. Tell me about that.
See, I wasn't like gonna do it because I was like, what could it be? You know,
Yeah.
just they play some Travis songs to like take the L dances and default dances. You know, but like, I saw a video. It looks sick. I was like, shit. All right, you sold me. It's a free game. Download. Let's lit.
Let's get lit at the Travis Scott concert in
Yeah.
the middle of Fortnite.
No, it was
Hey-
good. It was good.
Hey, if you've been to the Travis Scott Fortnite concert, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you've kissed anyone at the Travis Scott Fortnite concert. Would be great to hear from you.
Hey, one thing that we just touched on there was obviously The Last Dance. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But we had a bit of a debate a couple of weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we've just brought it back up.
I know where you're going with this. The fact that the episodes they're not all at once.
They drop weekly.
Kills me. Absolutely kills me.
See, you sit on the fence of you'd rather have the whole season
I
drop.
hate it.
You'd rather have the whole season drop, watch
Yeah.
it all at your own pace, all at once.
100%.
I definitely rather that the episodes drop weekly because then just the
Nah,
tension that it builds.
Alright, nah, disagree hard.
No. For me, I watched the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Wouldn't recommend, but oh well.
fair enough.
And just the tension of that in between episodes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never experienced something like it because I did the same thing. I binged the first 7 seasons.
Yeah.
And then went into that, and I just couldn't wait week to week. It was just so good.
Yeah, like it's I don't know, it's a double-edged sword because you know you do want to wait for the next episode like per week, but you know there's just times when like I've jumped into bed this week and just been like, man, just love to watch a bit of MJ right now, you know, but you can't. You gotta wait till next Monday, and yeah, I hate it. Makes me feel good that I have to grow up in the Netflix streaming era and not the TV era, but. Yeah, is what it is.
Well, he's just one of the best athletes ever as well. Just such a good insight into how he worked, how the team worked, and as you said, how the 90s were.
Bigger than the Pope is what they said in France in the
Oh, okay.
documentary. So
In France.
in France,
Oh,
yeah.
Because you forget how big the NBA is, really, globally. It's massive in China, in France, in
yeah,
Germany as well, in Spain.
it's just big everywhere, man. EuroLeague,
Yeah.
here, even in Oz, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. We've got the NBL, is it?
Yeah.
The NBL. Hey, just on the topic of TV shows, what are some of your top picks for TV shows to watch in isolation for our viewers?
Ooh, I mean, tough
I've got a
one.
couple that I'm watching at the moment.
Yeah, you kick us off because I don't really watch a lot of TV shows lately.
So I've been watching 2 of your, I know, absolute favourite TV shows. I've been watching The US Office and
Classic.
up to season 7.
Yeah.
I've been watching that by myself when I can here and there. It's just an easy watch. It's just funny.
Oh, for sure.
So fun to watch.
I feel like there's only with The Office, you're either watching it for the first time or you're watching it for the 10th time.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've got as well with it, and I would definitely go back to watch it again. I really enjoyed probably season 4, season 5.
Yeah.
I know that it starts to go downhill a little bit, probably from season 7 onwards.
Yeah.
I got 2 more seasons to go, but I'm still really enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure.
The other one I'm watching, which I know is probably your favorite show of all time, is Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a bit of B&B, man.
And it's just amazing that it's taken me this long to actually just sit back and watch it.
Yeah, it ended in like 2013, something like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, better late than never, get around to it.
I think the
Yeah.
thing that sort of made me go back to it was, again, a Netflix show.
Yeah,
Hey, Netflix, if you're listening, why don't you chuck us
It's a
a
sponsor.
sponsor,
I would like a Netflix sponsor.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But we will settle for Disney Plus.
Yeah,
That's
Disney
fine.
Plus.
Either way.
Yeah, it was the Netflix movie El Camino
Yeah,
that sort of got me into it. Have you seen that yet?
I have seen it. It was good. It clearly nothing will ever top Breaking Bad's greatness. But yeah, I liked it. Good stuff. Give it a watch. Again, sponsor us Netflix.
Last one I've been watching is Dexter.
Yeah, classic.
Really enjoying Dexter.
Dexter's. I haven't seen it personally, but I've seen enough to know what it's about.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Bit of a sleeper. I never ever considered watching it, but tell you what, if you're listening, you don't have a show to watch, go watch Dexter. It's on Stan. Oh, jeez, Stan. Such a good streaming service. Sorry, all those 3 shows that I just mentioned are all on Stan. I'm watching them all on Stan. I used to be a huge Netflix guy, but I've definitely switched to Stan.
I was a Stan for a while.
Yeah, back in the day.
I definitely Stan for a while. But I don't know. I just feel like once you get past like that nostalgia barrier of like the old shows and all that, once you watch them all, then it's sort of like, okay, there's not a lot new on the Stan. But yeah, I'd put it top 5 streaming. It's a top 5 streaming service.
Yeah, definitely.
So one thing I did this week as well was I was chilling just with the fam, lounge room, as you do, kicking back, ISO tings.
Yeah.
Someone chucked on The Purge. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I haven't, but I know pretty much.
You know, like honestly, wasn't the greatest movie. The concept's there, but the big thing that got us talking to the family was like the concept, but the execution. Because like if you've seen the movie, as soon as The Purge starts, first thing they do is just start killing each other.
Well, the premise of The Purge is the thing that I find really interesting.
Yeah, no, it's funny, you know, like 12 hours locked down, whatever, one night. But it just got us all thinking, like, surely there's a better thing you can do than just immediately go and start killing people.
Yeah, what tell you what, if The Purge happened right now, what would you do?
I'd fucking get out of the country. I'd leave. Anywhere. I'd go anywhere. Like
wait, so some ground rules. It's just in your country that it's happening, not worldwide.
Yeah. Well, it's not world. Like in the movie, they just say it's just a US thing.
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing, well, because here's another thing as well. They have a year to prepare for this. They have a full year. Think about the money you could save in a year to go away for a trip for one night. I'd just go to New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'd kick it with the sheep. I'd kick it with the brews.
With the brews, eh?
With the brews, eh? We'd eat some
with the
fish
brews,
and
have a
chips.
honey brew.
Is that racist? Nah, that's not racist, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Any New Zealanders, if you're listening, okay, our little brother, our little sister, okay, we respect you, we love you.
If this makes the podcast, it's not racist. So
yeah.
But anyways, I'd fuck off to New Zealand, man. It'd be so easy.
Yeah, I've actually been considering ducking to New Zealand. Looks like a beautiful place. You've been there before.
I have been there, and I would definitely spend a purge night in
New Zealand.
You know, that South Island. It was very beautiful. But,
well, I mean, I don't know. It's really difficult. I think that we can both say we're good enough people that we wouldn't do anything highly, highly illegal if the purge broke out tomorrow.
I wouldn't have anyone to murder.
No.
Why would I want to murder someone?
Well, the whole idea of the purge.
Why would I want to murder someone, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you could, I don't know, there's a store, there's some stuff in there that you want.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm thinking, like, even if you're not committing murder, you're at least committing some petty crimes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I mean, you have to live with that at the end of the day.
Like, why would I go to my neighbour's house to kill them when the Apple Store's down the road?
Exactly.
Apple Store is right down the road.
Exactly.
Give me the fucking iPhones. Give me all that.
Hey, I need a new computer. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I'm flipping it tomorrow. It'd be so easy.
Funny story, actually. We had a friend. We won't name the particular friend.
Yeah.
Who used to do something called social engineering. If you've ever heard of it.
No.
Who, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Social engineering.
Who used to be able to, I suppose you could say, purchase things legally but questionably. Used to flip them, and it was actually really clever when he got into it and he explains it all. But again, morally, just not sure. You know. Where you stand with that one.
I'd do that. I'd do that during the purge. That's what I was thinking.
You'd flip an iPhone?
Hacking during the purge. Just
okay.
Jump in. You know, go for a hack because who's going to stop you? Another thing, tax returns.
Yeah, I'm very keen for mine coming up.
No, I'm saying during the purge, file a false tax return.
Okay.
That's what we're saying. Like things during the purge that you would like obviously aren't in the movie. It's all murder, but things that I would do.
So little petty crimes.
Yeah, I'd go to a 7-Eleven or
Oh, you know what I'd do?
What?
I would dine and dash. I would have a succulent Chinese meal and I would dash.
You gonna pay for that or?
No.
Of course not.
Well, that's the whole premise of dining and
Yeah.
dining and dashing,
Why
really.
I asked.
I would probably dine and dash. What would you do at a 7-Eleven? Sorry, I cut you off there.
Well, I don't know. I just realized I don't sell them at 7-Eleven, but I'd go to like a newsagent or whatever, scratch off lotto tickets,
yeah, okay.
jump behind the desk, grab all of them, take them home, scratch every single one. Surely there's a winner in there somewhere. They're all free. You didn't pay for them. Surely you win something. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you would.
yeah.
At the end of the day, you would work out better.
Yeah, like go and hit up every single like newsagent store, take the lotto tickets. You know, you're living sweet. Easy as
Probably
that.
free petrol as well. I'd fuel up and drive off.
Oh, for sure. Go to any petrol station, pump in, get some jerry tanks.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're set.
Literally.
For
Just
sure.
Load up. But the other thing as well is the thing I agree with you about traveling. But the only thing that worries me is leaving my house, being robbed, that type of thing. So I probably would want to stay at my house, protect friends and family. If anything happens, you know.
I just don't like. Well, first off, I don't see a purge in Australia working at all. I'll tell you who would be affected. Bottlers. Bottlers would
be
take a
looted.
hit. Bottlers would take. They'd be out of business. They'd be out of business every purge night.
They would be looted.
They'd be looted, bro.
Here's one for you. What's the most affected business in the purge? I'm
I'm
saying the morgue. Jesus, that's going to pile up.
I don't know about the morgue. I'd
Oh,
say
JB Hi-Fi,
JB Hi-Fi.
Apple stores.
Well, I mean, effective business, but they would be
Yeah.
out of business at the same
Literally.
time.
Petrol stations.
I'm saying like the CIT, like the FBI would be going ham. Just the amount of like hacks, like counter hacking is what I'm saying. Just the amount of like counter hacking they'd have to do.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The purge is for it's for the government puts it in place to basically kill off people. Is that correct?
That's how they explain it in like the last movies, but like again, I just can't get my mind off not murdering people and instead committing just these real petty crimes. You know, what if you steal a car? What's the process of getting that car? Do you have to go to, you know, how do you get it registered? How would you register a stolen car
I'm not sure.
that was stolen during the purge?
Maybe they just have like a little date, like did you purchase it or was it obtained on this date,
Oh,
which
for
would be
sure.
the date of the purge. And if it was, then they just process it.
Another thing as well, fraud. I'd just commit fraud.
What would you do?
I'd just commit tax fraud or, you know,
Insider trading,
insider trading.
telling people what's going on at your workplace,
Literally
how much they really
any of
buy
that.
stuff for.
illegal gambling. I'd do anything that.
Oh, you know what I'd do?
What?
I'd have a huge game of 2-Up.
Fuck. That
Huge
would be
game of 2-Up.
mental. Just a big one. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Imagine if we got like, say, all the boys around and we just break in. We went to a large school. We just break into the gym.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a sea of people playing
Just all the
2-Up,
boys doing it? My God, that'd be insane.
blasting tunes?
Yeah.
That would be great. I'm talking hundreds and thousands of people playing 2-Up.
I'll tell you what I'd do.
Yeah.
I'd eat a Kinder Surprise egg.
You would eat one.
Yeah.
Oh, true, because only kindergartners can eat it.
Well, they are illegal as well, so
Wait, what?
they're illegal.
Are they really?
I don't think they're illegal here, but if I
Wh-
was in the US, I'd eat a Kinder Surprise egg. They are illegal there.
Why are they illegal over there?
I think they get the idea that small kids choke on them or like the toys inside. But
Oh, okay, so
I
they eat
know.
the whole thing.
it is a very American thing to
Okay.
ban a chocolate. Well, actually, it's anti-American to ban chocolate. Surely.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, do
Yeah.
you want to know something interesting?
Yeah.
Did you know Oreos in Australia are vegan? Thank God.
Yeah. Thank God, man.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
God.
God.
We need to.
For me in particular.
We need way more vegan food. you know.
No, but dead set, they're vegan in Australia. One of the only places that are vegan. Apparently, I don't know.
Well, how come? Isn't it milk in the inside? Milk cream?
Well, I don't know if this story is correct.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry if I'm getting this wrong. If I'm getting it wrong, please roast me in the comments.
Yeah.
Please just go ham. But apparently how it works is there's a chemical that they use
Yeah.
in the US in Oreos, and that chemical is banned in Australia.
Right.
So the chemical that they use to sort of, I suppose, act in a similar way doesn't react well with dairy, so they have to use soy.
Shit.
The other thing, which is also pretty true, is one of the guys at work talked to me and he went, you know, the reason why they're vegan is because there's like literally just all processed stuff in it. You know, there's like nothing real in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's another probably, good point about vegan Oreos.
So I could go vegan and just only eat Oreos.
Yeah, you get away with it.
Shit. Alright, I'll have to consider that then. Bit of vegan-free lifestyle, that'd be sick. But another thing we did this week was I was talking to Mum.
Lovely lady. If you're listening,
Sponsor us,
thanks,
Mum.
Belinda.
Whoa, hang on, that's my mum you're talking about. Shut
Keep
it,
going,
lad.
sorry, keep going.
No, so I was talking to her. I don't know why it came to me, but I just had a thought, like, bad boys in school. Every
Mm.
school had a bad boy or a bad kid, a
Yes.
girl even. Just one that was just, like if it was primary school, it would have been, fights or
Yeah.
dissing the teacher or whatever, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
not listening to the teacher, talking back in primary school was the big one.
Yeah.
I remember there'd be kids that would talk back to the teacher, and I would just go, "What are you doing?
What are you doing?
That's
You
a
know what I mean?
mortal sin."
Well, actually, I was the bad kid.
Bit of a
in school.
talker,
No, I was just a bad guy.
were you?
I was really cool.
Really, I can't imagine that, to be honest.
I still am really cool. That's the thing.
I can't imagine it.
Righto. No, so yeah, I was talking to her about bad kids in school, and I asked her, I was like, "Did your school ever have a bad kid or like a bad girl?" Pretty much, she was telling me that they did have a bad kid who was like, doing drugs, partying, etc., etc., and
Pretty
was-
normal stuff, really.
classic stuff, like, well, okay, well,
Hey, well, actually, we
Well,
don't condone.
we don't condone. We do condone, but we don't condone at the same time.
Yeah, no.
Because, like, what would have been the bad kid, per se, at her age is just, like,
It's a bit different now.
the norm in 2020, I guess. But no, like, I asked her, and she was like, yeah, this kid was drunk. And I was like, what are they up to now? She was like, I don't know. Let's have a look. Looks her up on Facebook. You'll never guess what she's up to now.
Successful businesswoman.
Oh, I wouldn't say businesswoman, but born again Christian.
No.
Born
You're joking.
again Christian.
No.
Yes. The kid who was partying, doing drugs when mum was in school, grew up to, I don't know when, we didn't like go that far into the Facebook, but born again Christian.
See, it's interesting because you would sort of think that that's a fairly realistic thing to happen. Do you know what I mean? People who go hard to begin with, they sort of burn out quite quickly, and they
Yeah.
sort of start to sit back and go, what is this all really? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for
What
sure.
am I doing it for? So you can sort of make the
I get
correlation to
that,
think
yeah.
that they would be born again.
Yeah, no.
Well, just going on to our school,
yeah.
we won't name names.
Of
We will
course
not
not.
name any names. We had quite a couple of bad kids.
Yeah, we did.
And we're only a couple of years out of school now,
Yeah.
but just interesting to see sort of where they're at now. Obviously, we haven't, at this stage, a lot of people haven't made huge decisions in their life.
Yeah.
We're still only 3 years out of school, I think. So obviously, we haven't got any born again Christians or anyone that's
yet.
in
Not
jail
yet.
that I know of.
We do have Christians. 'cause,
Yes. We
at
went to a Catholic
at a
school.
Catholic school, you do get a couple Christians,
We had a couple of hardcore Christians.
Oh, the hardcore ones. I've noticed they've gotten more hardcore. I don't know
Well,
if you've noticed.
The thing about school is you're sort of always told what to do, where to be, that type of thing, especially with Catholic schools and private schools.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get out, it's really interesting to see the kids that sort of blow up and just like do whatever they want to do. Like when they have so much time on their hands and they do
Yeah.
what they want to do, who they become.
It always goes down two routes. It's either successful, go crazy, business, etc., or they just explode, and rebel. like we've had a couple rebellers since school ended, but the Christians I've seen that were, practicing during school, they've gone off the deep end, really.
Well, I mean, yeah, they got so. Oh, I've actually seen a couple of people volunteering. I've seen a lot of people volunteering. A lot of
Yeah.
Christians that we went to school with. It's
Yeah.
good to see they're helping out in the community.
The
I mean, like
boys.
we've got nothing against them. I mean,
I only hate. Yeah.
nah. All right. Well, we've bleeped that bit. We've bleeped that bit because what Mitchell said there was just. It's not okay, kids. Okay, it's not okay. We're gonna brush past that. But yeah, we all had a bad boy in school. We all had a bad boy in school. Oh god, he's lost it. No.
It's just the fact we're gonna have to bleep that.
We're that'll. Oh gosh.
What the fuck was that?
Oh god.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, my stomach hurts. I was a bit of a virgin in high school.
You were huge.
You're not
Huge
supposed
one?
to say it. You're not supposed to tell me I'm cool.
Mate. you know
Yeah,
that you
sick.
were.
No, okay, well,
There's a story that we might actually tell on this podcast one day
do it.
about
I know what it is,
About,
but alright,
um,
we'll say it for another day.
yeah. It is a very, very good story.
It's just how I lost the card, isn't it?
Yeah. But maybe one day we'll tell it.
No, we can tell it. You reckon we can tell it?
Tell you what, if this why don't we say if we hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year?
Alright, 1,000 subs. We'll do a face reveal or whatever if we haven't
And
done
we
it
will
by
tell
then.
the story.
And we will tell the story of how I lost my V card. I'll say 2 words. Sister's bed. No, my sister. No, wait, hang on. My sister was
Where's
not
this
involved.
going?
No,
Hang
my
on.
sister wasn't
Hang
involved.
on, this is a different story than I
My
knew.
sister was never involved in the process. She was not even in the house. It was with a.
I don't even think
it was
you were in
with,
the house,
it was
mate.
with another woman who I'm not related to.
That we know
It
of.
just happened to happen in not my own bed, but that's a story for
For another
1,000
day.
subs. 1,000
Another
subs.
day. 1,000 subs. Get us there and
Get
we'll
us
tell
there,
the
and yeah,
story. We'll tell the story.
we will tell the story.
But yeah, like just going off of what we were saying before, it's just interesting to see what kids have done now after leaving school. A lot of kids have been liberated by it. Do you know what I mean? They
Well,
really find their feet. And,
I actually asked my dad as well what his bad boy did, and it's
he
actually
had an interesting response.
actually not that dad,
Oh, okay,
my other
another
dad. my 2 dads. Not that they're gay, but they're separate dads. But not that I'm against gays. Oh fuck, man! Can we just delete this podcast? Can we just delete this?
You're just digging a
podcast?
hole, mate. Just keep going. Keep going.
So my biological father had a friend who was a bad boy, like off the rails, partying every weekend, etc.
We all knew one.
We all knew one, except it's a bit grim. So I'm not laughing. They there was like a festival they went to where
I don't like where this story's going.
he was telling me the other day. It actually sucks. They went to a festival and he just didn't want to pay, so he tried to jump the guardrail or like the fence, whatever it is. Jumped the fence, cracked his skull, paralyzed.
No.
Yeah, dead sad.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Like when he told me that, I was like, oh,
That's horrible.
My school's bad. Kid just rides bikes all day and pushes kids in bushes. But yeah, I don't know what to say now.
Used to yell at kids and call them bad names.
Yeah, but at least he's not
Talk shit to
paralysed,
teachers.
Yeah, tragic. Tragic really.
That is
but
horrible.
yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Well, moving right along. What's the best festival you've ever been to, and why? I know what you're gonna say.
Shit.
I know what you're gonna say. So, and it's a good story. So let's hear it.
I don't like to talk about it. I always end up talking about
You
it.
love to talk about it, mate.
And it's such like it's so stereotypical as well. You know, go to Coachella once. Oh, you ever been to Coachella? No.
Oh,
You're a
Coachella.
peasant then. No, okay, yes.
Tell you what. Why don't we talk about mine first,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we talk about yours?
Well, is yours what would yours just be?
Reading.
Reading Festival?
Definitely Reading Festival in the UK.
What year?
It was 2018. So first year out of school, went travelling overseas with a couple of friends. Went to the Reading Festival. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Well, who played that one?
So I only went for 2 days. It was a 3-day festival.
Yeah.
First day was, just trying to think. It's Post Malone.
Yeah.
Travis Scott the same day as well. So that
Posty,
was
yeah,
that was
Trav.
good. The Wombats.
Yeah.
The Kooks as well.
The Kooks.
The Kooks.
Yeah.
Lot of fun. But I remember Reading's like a small town, probably like hour and a half out of London,
Yeah.
going south. Actually, probably like southeast.
Yeah.
And I remember we stayed in an even smaller town, and it was like a 20-minute train ride into Reading. It took us like an hour to get to Reading or so, because we had to walk to the train station and then catch the train and then get off the train and then catch a bus, and then you're at Reading, right?
Yeah.
First day, stayed in this little Airbnb. Supposed to be for 2 people or 3 people. We had like 5 or 6 people, right? So when we went to the door, we had to act like, it's just a couple of us. And mind you, the Airbnb was above this guy's house, so he could see us all coming and going.
Yeah.
And again, we were only supposed to have 3, but we had like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So we had to be really careful with that. But it's one of the first times I've ever woken up and started drinking. And I tell you what, it was a grind.
A breakfast beer.
It was a grind.
Fucking hell.
I woke up, had a couple of rum and cokes, had breakfast, and then we hit the road.
Yeah.
And we were walking, and I remember we were walking and we were drinking. We like had bottles with alcohol in it, whatever. And I remember we were just walking, and we got to the train station, got on the train, whatever. And the whole time, I was like, oh, God, this alcohol hasn't really hit me yet. Still yet to hit me, hasn't hit me, whatever. I was on the train, and I look up, and I look out the window, and I just went, holy shit. And it hit me all at once. And I remember I turned to one of my friends, I went, oh my God, mate.
It's the worst part.
I'm gone.
It is the worst
I
part.
am gone. I was gone.
Yeah.
And after that, like memories after that, very blurry. Remember how I said technically I've seen Post Malone?
Yeah, because you haven't really
It was
seen
blurry.
Post Malone,
It
have
was
you?
blurry. But typical form in England,
Yeah.
first day rained.
Classic.
And it was bad. Got my outfit was like this. I don't even know what you call the top half of it. Was like, I don't know, something that they wear down at the docks, I think.
down at the docks, bro.
Down at the docks. And then the bottom half was some gum boots, or as they call them over there, wellies.
Got me some wellies, yeah.
So I wore wellies to the festival, but the first day completely rained out. Got to see Travis Scott.
Sick. How
Which
that?
was awesome. I was really far back, but so good. It was just
Yeah.
after he dropped Astro World, so it was really, really good.
Shit.
But the best part of the whole day, I remember at the end of the day, it was really, really cold. And we were all standing around, and we all eventually met up again. We're like, all right, let's go home. We're all done, you know what I mean? Let's catch the train.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go home. So
Because how is it just one day or
it's 3 days. So
3
this was the
days?
Friday.
Shit, yeah.
And in the morning, I remember being super pissed, and I was looking around. And the weirdest thing about the train was that there was people on the train just going about their day to day.
Yeah.
They were just in suits. They were in office attire. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I'm from Australia. I'm sitting on a train, super pissed, going to
Yeah.
a festival, and there's just people sitting here just going
it's
to work.
just surreal, isn't it?
Yeah, it
like
just
I
didn't
dead
feel
set
real.
had the exact same feeling as you, because like Coachella was like,
Hang on. Let me just finish this story, because
yeah.
this is the best
Go
part
on,
of the
go on.
story. So, end of the first day, we're leaving, we're walking out, and I'm at the front, and I go to walk, and everyone's behind me, and I'm walking, you know, excuse me, just weaving through people, whatever, you know, blah, blah, just walking. And I walk past these 2 girls, and one of them grabs the other one, goes, and this is one of my favorite memories overseas.
Yeah, here we go.
One of the girls grabs the other one and goes, nah. I'm telling ya, Vegemite is the greatest thing in the entire world. And I just went, oh, no way, she just said that.
Jump in, brother.
So I just turned around to her and I went, fuck yeah, it is. And she went,
Yeah,
oh
Cuddy.
my God, you're Australian. I went,
You're Aussie, bro.
yeah, I'll catch you later. And just walked off.
Fuck.
So that was Reading day one.
There's a bit of clout behind the Aussie name, isn't there?
Yeah, God. All right, so I want to hear your Coachella story. Come on, you've been there once.
Well, it was.
Have you been enlightened? Are you woke?
It's the same like thing that you went through because it's a 3-day festival, yeah, and it's like the stereo like
Hey, 2019. You went 2019.
yeah, and like like the stereotype behind like Coachella people. It's like influencers galore. They get the vibes, vibes you see being thrown around a lot.
You do need vibes there.
I do love a bit of vibes.
Vibes are
when the
plenty.
vibes are off, it's not good for the health, is it?
It is not. You know what the doctors say? A vibe a day
Keeps Doco
away.
away. Yeah, sorry.
All right, yeah.
So
So there's vibes. You're
for
vibing.
3 days, but you pull up the day before the first day at about 3 a.m. and
Because you
like-
went with a couple other Aussies, didn't you?
yeah, couple of Arsies, we pulled up.
Couple of Aussies.
Yo, you guys are Aussies? You guys throw shrimps on the Barbie too? I got that at least 3 times. while I
Really?
was there. Yeah,
At
yeah,
least
for
3.
sure. Nah, but it was like legit. It was like you pull up 3 a.m. You're tired so fucking badly.
Because where is it? Palm Springs?
Palm Springs. Not only is the weather like 30, like it's been 30 plus here. You can deal with 30 plus, but
It's dry, isn't it?
not in the middle of the desert where
Yeah.
it's 100% humidity. It is
100% humidity.
the opposite.
So
0%.
it's super dry. Super dry.
It is so awful, man. I remember 6 a.m. in a tent with another guy, Liam.
yeah, again,
Get-
Liam.
shout out to this-
Mate, jeez, tell you
Yeah.
what, getting favours off our name. Come
I
on.
hope he gets royalties for this episode.
Yeah.
No, like pulled up 6 a.m. trying to sleep, and we just could not. I was bathing in my own sweat. It was awful. I think I got to sleep at like 7 a.m. Woke up at 9 a.m. Had to go a full day of just walking around that campsite.
So was this the Thursday that you woke up?
This is the Thursday, yeah.
Yeah.
You do that for a full day. You try and settle in as much as you can. Try and get a good sleep. And then, Friday kicks off. Saturday, Sunday, you go through it. And great experience. Trying to go again next year.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll happen,
Who knows?
They're saying, I checked the other day, LA County is saying, like, they won't do concerts and stuff until 2020.
2022?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It's crazy, but
I think, to be on the safe side, that would be fair.
yeah.
Definitely want to wait until a little bit later until everything clears up.
Yeah, not too sure what's happening, but look, if it's on, I'm going.
Tell us about the festival, though. Tell us about who did
was
you see?
there? I saw. The first night was Childish Gambino. That was pretty sick.
Wish I saw Childish Gambino.
Yeah, gutted. The broken leg saga. Was it it was a broken leg, right?
Ankle, wasn't it?
Ankle, something like that.
Childish Gambino, if
we
you're
had
listening,
we
mate,
had tickets
pick
to
it up.
Gambino at the Opera House.
The Sydney Opera House, and if you are an Australian, you know how much of an icon that place is. Could you imagine seeing Childish Gambino on the steps of the Sydney Opera House?
shirtless Beano with like the glowing behind him would have been insane. But
Not to mention how hard it was to cop tickets.
oh, for sure, we had
And
to.
we somehow copped 3 because it was you,
3.
myself, and again, another
Liam.
shout out, Liam.
He's just a third member of this podcast
Yeah,
right
he
now,
is.
pretty much.
This
Yeah,
this gets 1,000 likes, and we'll get him on.
we will.
We'll get him on anyway. He'll come
We'll
on
get
at
him
some
on.
stage.
We'll get the boys on at some point. But
So you saw Gambino.
Gambino, Kid Cudi, I was up
He was
front
good.
for that, and
He looked good.
what was crazy was I pretty much spent 3 hours, like trying to mosh through other sets to be at the front of his set. And it's good and bad because I didn't really care about the acts. One of the acts I moshed to was actually Juice World.
Okay.
So, yeah. So for like people who were like, oh, I wish I saw Juice World, wish I saw Juice World before he died, etc.
You were just trying to move through his mosh pit the
I-
whole time.
In the nicest way, I did not give a fuck that I was there. I literally was using his set purely to walk through to the front of the crowd. And sometimes I regret it, wish I paid more attention, but getting to the front of Kid Cudi, and then he brought out Kanye. Insane, the
And
vibes
you,
there.
just to give our listeners a bit of an insight, are probably one of the biggest Kanye West fans
Yeah.
in the entire world. So for you, seeing Kanye West was huge.
I cried. I'm like not even gonna. I'm gonna be candid. I cried. And
You
the
know
guy
what?
and the guy
You know
next to
what?
me cried as well.
Usually, I would say, "Come on, Mitch," but I know that that's not the first time that you've cried at a music festival. Again, we'll get into that maybe a bit later.
When was that?
Field Day.
Field day. Crying at a festival. Wait,
Long time.
Oh, nah. Long time intro. Playboy Cardi drops. I turn around and start crying. Okay, how can you not cry to that song?
Such a simp move. So you're laughing, but you're really
I am a
not
simp.
happy.
I will simp for Cardi. I don't care.
He's
Playboy
pretty good.
Cardi, not the other Cardi. B.
Cardi B.
Cardi Baronium.
What does she do? Oh, oh,
I never want.
like she's here. Oh,
She's in the room.
oh, Cardi. What's going
Hey,
on?
Cardi, could you get out? Leave the room.
Come on.
You're interrupting the pod. Get out. Yeah.
But yeah, you got to see Ye, which is huge for you. I mean,
Yeah, Sunday service as well. Most I've ever prayed. I went to a Catholic school for how long?
Hang on, I thought the most that you'd ever prayed.
Oh, was the classic Boys on the Oval. That
Link in the description. Go check out that video.
If you have not seen the first episode, please watch it purely just for that chat. It was so funny. But yeah, first, okay, I'll say that's the best I've ever prayed. But second, Sunday service for sure. And this is me who went to a Catholic school for his whole life.
Yep.
You know, Mass didn't work.
Well,
But
it's just a very spiritual,
yeah,
place.
get
I mean,
up.
you're at Coachella, which is already spiritual enough.
Bieber was there.
Was he?
So yeah,
So
Bieber-
was Chance. There was a lot of people there. Tiana,
Tiana, Chance, DMX, all the boys.
Kimmy.
Kimberly, and the kids were there.
Yeah.
They were on the other side though. It was a bit shit because there's this big mountain in the middle, and you couldn't really see anything on the other side of the mountain. So we could just see the top and some of the lads up there. Other side, yeah, that's where the celebrities didn't see them.
But you sort of knew that it was coming as well, didn't you? Because you actually, where your campsite was, you managed to be able to listen.
Yeah, where they were doing the audio testing was right next to where we were camping. So I just walk up and I'm just chucking my phone through there. I'm just like, shit, let's record this for the boys. And then I remember some security guard came to me and he was like, yo, man, I take that phone out if you want to stay here. You don't want to get sent home early because of some shit you're going to regret. And at that point I was like, oh, sorry, mister. I'm out of here.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
None of that. None
Sorry,
of that.
sir.
It was, yeah, the vibes. Hey, Isaac.
Yes, Mitchell.
So, another unrelated thing, but I was just thinking about it the other day because I was having a chat with some of the boys at work. Now, you know where I work,
I do.
but to fill you guys in, I work for... I feel like I can say it. I work for Nike.
Yeah.
Just selling shoes and that, Bit of a part-time gig at the moment, podcasting full-time, of course.
Yes. Studying here, there as well.
Studying never. I actually have an assignment due Monday that I have not started.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, need to get around to that once.
Hopefully we get this out
Once
on
we
time.
done recording this episode, yeah, I'm going to jump onto that. But pretty much got me thinking, just reminiscing about just customers,
Yeah.
Because, they just don't exist anymore with this, whole thing going on. But, yeah, it just made me think of, the best and the worst customers I ever had.
Well, I've worked in retail before as well, and I've had a couple.
Yeah, well, because we were in the same market, just selling shoes, pretty
Yeah.
much. Like I was at Nike, but you were at Platy.
Yeah, I was selling multiple brands. You were just selling just the one.
Just the one swoosh, just the one tick.
I tell you what, there are some funny people out there, and there's nothing, I think, that will really have you question your faith in humanity more than working in retail, I think.
Oh, for sure. Like, we had this one customer this one time, and it was like the first customer we had all day. It was so freaking weird because you come into a Nike store, right? You expect Nike shoes, yeah? He comes in, like, tradie shirt, comes up to me, like, has a look around himself for like 30 seconds or so, comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, mate, do you have any other shoes that don't look like cheap Chinese knockoffs?" And I'm
What do you
so
say to that?
I'm shell shocked. I looked at him and I'm like, "I beg your pardon, mate."
Sorry,
And he's like,
what?
and he looks at me. He's like, "Just all these shoes on here. They're just a bit shit. Do you have any non-shit shoes?"
He...
Dead set. I was like, What
What are you after, sir?
Like, what size are you, man?" And he's like, "Oh, size 11, brother." So I take him to size 11 and I'm like, "Yeah, so like, what would you sort of be after?" And he's like, "Honestly, mate, anything that doesn't look like it was made in like a Chinese knockoff company." I was like,
Jesus.
first off, chill the fuck out,
Come
mate.
on, mate.
You're
Come
better
on.
than this, Comes in, starts having a go at the product. So I'm just like, "Oh, no, like, these
You
ones
know
are
what?
pretty
I'm
good."
not going to your work site and having a go at you.
Yeah,
So you can't come to my workplace and have a go at
for
our
sure,
products,
for
alright?
sure.
I've seen how your group does it, mate.
Yeah,
Shit quality.
shit quality,
Come on, mate. You can't be throwing stones. Glass houses, mate. Glass houses.
Glass house. Well, they build glass houses. Where
They
they
do. Have you seen their structures? So poor.
Awful. No, but like, yeah, he comes up and he's like, look at this. He holds up. I can't remember what it was, like a Vapor Max or something like that. If you've ever seen like the Nike Vapor Max, they've got bubbles.
Lots of bubbles on the bottom.
Yeah, holds it up and he's like, "Fuck me, you'd never see anything like this in like Foot Locker." I showed him. I'm like,
Literally.
pretty 100% certain most of our stock comes from Foot Locker. And he's like, "Nah, mate, nah." And I'm like, "Right, you're the authority on Nike products then. Sorry."
Oh, God.
So I'm
That
like,
is literally one of probably their biggest sellers.
yeah. So I just said to him, I was like, "Look, fair enough, man. You don't like any of the products. I'll just leave you to it. If you don't like anything here, if you do, give us a yell. But yeah, I'll leave you to it." And he's like, "Yeah, it just sucks, man. But thanks for the thanks for the support." I was like, "Fuck off,
Yeah.
derelict. You derelict.
You derelict.
Just yeah,
I've had
awful.
I've had a couple.
Yeah,
There's some definitely some good ones and definitely some bad ones.
yeah,
I thought the funny one was always kids. Kids were always really funny because we had kid sizes.
yeah.
So they were always really funny. The other one was the people that would walk in, and you'll be able to relate to this so much. They'll walk in, they'll go, "G'day, I'm a 37 and a half." And you'll be like, "Oh, okay. Got a 37." And they go, "Oh, I can't wear 37. I'm 37 and a half.
Like,
Sorry."
just try it on.
Other people, because after a while you sort of get used to that. You know that some people are so, you can spot them from a mile away. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are so stuck in their ways that if they say, "I want a 37 and a half," they won't settle for anything
They
else,
won't
even
take it.
though it fits.
Yeah,
So the other thing that would happen is I'd say, "Yep, try that." Wouldn't say it's 37 and a half. It's 37, whatever. They look at the box at the end. They go, "Oh, I can't get this." After they've gone, "Oh my God, it feels so good. Fits perfectly." They go, "I can't get this. This isn't a
Yeah.
37 and a half."
like there is just points in just retail where you just end up blatantly lying.
I actually got yelled at once
Jeez.
by a customer because what
Yeah.
happened was, obviously, like with Platypus, bit of a, and I'm doing air quotation marks here, trendy store.
Of course. They're on top.
So I think and like the music's always blasting, way too loud all the time. You can't hear anything the customer's saying.
Yeah.
So sometimes people that are a little bit older would walk in and they would feel a bit put off, which is fair enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I remember once I was up at the registers and I was doing rosters, and I go to walk out, and there was and one huge thing with retail is every single customer is supposed to be greeted as soon as they walk in the door, right?
Yeah.
Everyone.
That's the rules. Yeah.
So there's obviously, like, it's pretty It's pretty, it's pretty bullshit. So a lot of people don't do it. But
Yeah.
I remember this lady, she was walking around for ages, and I just went, okay, someone's greeted her, she's fine. So I go to walk off, and I see a couple of boys, and they're looking at a couple of shoes, and I go, oh, hey, boys, how are you? Need a hand? And then she turns to me, and she goes, how dare you?
Oh, what?
How dare you? And I just went, whoa, what? And she went, you deliberately wouldn't speak to me because I look like what I look like. And I just went, whoa, lady, whoa, it's got nothing to do with that. Like, I'm so sorry. And she goes, I'm never shopping here again, and storms out.
Oh, the classic.
And I look at these boys, and I'm like, so you boys need a hand? Or like, what's going on? And they just go, no, we're all good.
No, we're
Sorry,
good.
brother.
Like, anytime any customer has ever said, I'm never shopping here again, it's like,
They always
thank
come
you.
back.
No, I say thank you. It's like, thank you. Please do not come
We don't
back.
we don't want you around.
I
here.
don't care if you don't give this billion-dollar company more business, you know?
Just pulling back the curtain a little bit here. I might talk here because you probably best not to talk on this, but since I don't work in retail anymore.
Yeah.
But tell you what, some of the things and just some of the procedures are so, oh mate, like seriously.
Yeah.
Sell, and it's like this with any industry that you have to sell to people. You have to upsell, you have to get everything up, and it's just so demanding. It's insane.
Yeah, it can be a bit dodgy sometimes.
Very, very dodgy. And where I worked as well, like, trying not to get into it too much, but we didn't even have like a fridge or a microwave.
What?
Yeah, dead set. Didn't have a fridge, didn't have a microwave. So you
Bruh.
basically always had to buy lunch. You could never bring it, which where I work at now, just absolutely insane to think that,
you have lunch, you know?
Yeah,
Weird.
crazy. So yeah, that's one customer that I had that was just
Just crazy.
crazy. Have you got?
It wasn't like, I'd say the absolute worst customer we ever. It wasn't a customer I had, thankfully, but when I was told about it, my God, I could not believe the gall of this chick. It was like, so there's a guy at work who, I won't say his name, but he's of like,
Jay, we're talking about you.
it's not Jay.
Alright. Jacob, we're talking about you.
X.
We're not cutting that. Keep going.
Pretty.
Sorry if you're listening, Jacob.
No, I know you're not, but thanks. Pretty much.
Boy.
Nah, this guy.
Okay, no.
Okay, pretty much. This chick comes in, and I've got a coworker who he's of Muslim descent, right? Clearly,
no,
is
I don't like where this story's going.
brown skin. Yeah, his name is Usama, right? Like Usama.
Do we want to
I've butchered his name.
say his
but-
name and spell it out?
Well, it's essential to the story. You'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
But pretty much, yeah, this chick comes up to him and he's given a good customer service, you know, as he always does. He's a good employee. Have always rated him. Great bud as well. But yeah, pretty much, transaction ends and he's got his name tag on, right? And so she's like, oh, you know, like, oh, thanks for the service. Oh, what's your name? Looks down at his tag, sees Usama, right? Don't know why she thought to done this. Looks directly at his face and says, Usama? More like Osama bin Laden.
Oh no.
Bruh, when he told me that,
No.
I dropped. I was like, no,
that's not
freaking
okay.
way has someone said that. And she said it so nonchalantly. More like Osama bin Laden.
Oh, you mean Osama bin Laden?
And he's just like, yeah.
Mate,
and just
that
walks
is
off.
some shit banner.
Awful
is shit
banter.
banter.
That is bottom tier, bottom of the barrel banter.
How was she? Was she older? Was she?
I think she was older. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, like she kept asking for like Usama to come back because he gave good service, but he was like, nah, I'm staying in the back. I'm not serving this
Oh,
wench ever again.
Jeez, I hope she bought the whole store.
Oh, I'm sure she just walked out without buying anything.
Well, that's the thing that you honestly have to deal with all the time in retail. It's horrible, and just in mainly in retail, but it happens in hospitality as well. It's horrible. A lot of service-based jobs.
Yeah.
It's that time of the week again. Moral dilemmas. We need a bit of a jingle, Mitch.
a jingle for moral dilemmas?
We do.
Moral dilemmas. It's a moral dilemma. And my name is Emma. Moral dilemma. Yeah.
I love that. That's
Thanks,
great.
mate.
We will come up with a jingle. We'll put it in before. But yes, it is that time again. If you do have any questions for us to answer, please just leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
We love seeing your questions.
Or, chuck us a DM on Instagram.
Yeah,
whatever
chuck us
works.
a DM. Whatever works, whatever you're going through. We might actually provide an email as well for the more sensitive ones that you don't want to talk about.
Of course.
First one, pretty easy one.
Oh, hang on, mate. Is that Kylie Jenner in your DMs?
Yeah, it is. Don't worry about that.
What?
Don't worry about that.
Kylie Jenner's in your DMs?
Don't worry about that.
All right, mad. Sick.
All right, first one's from Blake.
Yeah.
We've got Great Northern, Original, or Super Crisp. Always a tough one. Actually, can't be a lot of help there. I actually don't drink Great Northern. I'm more of a Carlton guy.
I only drink Coronas, man.
Yeah, you're more of a
Sorry.
Corona guy. So
It's always Corona
you
season
know what?
for me.
Flip a coin, Blake. All right,
You
next one.
idiot. You stupid idiot.
Next one we've got is from Soph. Do I continue eating and baking cake in isolation, or do I get hella fit? Can't decide.
I feel like you know the answer to that, Sophie.
Yeah, come on, Sophie. You
know
that.
the answer to that.
You know within yourself. Search your feelings.
Writing's not going to make you feel great, but you know what will? Bit of chalky cake will.
Exactly. So there you go.
There's never a bad time for cake.
And if you do cook a cake, hey, bring it around. All
Send
right,
us
we want to
send
review
us
it.
some to the pod. We'll give you the PO box address and drop it in. Love that.
All right, this one's a bit of a deep one. So please just let your soul grasp onto this.
Yeah, my soul's ready for grasping.
Do something fun that you love with no future, or a thing that you don't enjoy as much with a good future. That one's from Jack. That's a great one, Jack.
That's a banging question, Jack. But jeez, that's a thinker, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, they say that if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's it. I feel like you can't do both, Oh, you could.
You can. It's a very fine line. It's very hard to sort of find, I think.
You
but
do need to find a middle ground between them. I feel like I'm leaning more towards thing that you love with no future, because
I agree.
who's to say that there is no future from that?
Exactly.
You know?
That's true. That's true. You never know. And mate, to be honest as well, you'll be a better person.
If you love it that much, you can make it become your future.
Exactly.
You
You'll
know,
be a
like-
better person with it.
If I love, counting apples,
Mate,
I'll count
go
as many
count
apples.
Have an apple farm. Sell
I'll-
apples.
yeah, and I'll count them at the same time.
Exactly. Doesn't take a lot to please Mitch. Counting apples is his forte. If you got apples, send Mitch around. He'll count them for you.
Yeah, I love counting apples. Send crack as well. Just pure heroin. Yeah, next one, mate. Next one.
That's it. That's all that we've got for this
That's the
week.
last one.
That's the last one.
What about that one from Natasha?
Natasha. All right, we'll do another one.
All right, last one for the pod before we end it today.
This one's good. Very topical. Live with my family during the pandemic, or my boyfriend's house. Sort of a bit of a thing that we're both going through at the moment as well.
I've only got one answer.
Hey, who her boyfriend is as well. If she's not going over there, I'll go over there.
We'll go over there.
Yeah, we'll go
the
over there.
boys.
So you know what, Tash? Stay home. Stay home with your family.
Yeah, lock 'em up. All right, that has been Moral Dilemmas.
For another week, if you have a question, leave it in the comments. Send us a DM on Instagram. You know the drill. We'll answer it next week.
And boom!
The other thing I just want to say about this segment as well is we will name and shame, unless otherwise
Unless you
specified.
ask not to, then yeah. But
And we will read these things phonetically. Not phonetically, but
phonetically,
phonetically.
what?
Oh,
Alphabetically.
That's the wrong word, but we will
Verbatim?
read it. We will read
Are
it
you saying like word for word, verbatim?
word for word.
Yeah,
so if
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
okay.
shit grammar, if you cannot spell,
We're gonna
if
read.
your parentheses are off,
We're gonna read this back to front.
mate,
Yeah.
bad look on you. So yeah, leave it in the comments. Send us an email. Send us a DM.
And with that, I guess that's the end of episode 2 for the Everything's Fine podcast.
That is.
Yeah. I mean, I think we had a good one.
Yeah, I enjoyed getting better every week. So
Yeah,
that's the main thing. If
you
you
know.
hated it,
if you
Dislike the video.
well, hang on, no, if you hated it, leave a like saying, and then comment saying, I hated this video. It was sucks. It was sucks.
Yeah.
Is what you want to comment. If you like this video, just do what you want. You know,
And
I'm not a cop. I'm
let's
not gonna tell you what to do.
let's have a little word. Put in the comments if you get to the full end of this video. Put shelf in the comments.
Say shelf.
Right, shelf.
Is that with a V or an F?
That's with a Q.
Right. So if you can work Q into shelf, chuck it in the comments.
Yep.
With that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed the potty. Let us know.
And just remember, everything's fine. Bye.
Catch ya.